Now yesterday the shares of NEO finished up over 1.53%. This resulted in the shares of NEO to finish the day trading at $11.91. Now this came after we saw the NEV insurance registrations report coming out of China, which showed that of course last week NEO sold around 4,700 vehicles. This was something that I think almost all NEO investors were really excited about. Now that 4,700, ladies and gents, it was a 17% increase from the NEV insurance registrations we had seen a week prior to last, which is something that of course it was a good thing, because 2 weeks ago we saw of course NEO reporting, or NEO coming out with 3,900, and yesterday we saw 4,700. So this was a good, or a very good 17% increase from the kind of NEV insurance registrations they had reported the previous week. Now this is good news because, ladies and gents, yesterday just after the report, or just after the NEV insurance registrations report, I saw a report coming out from China saying that they're expecting the NEV sales in China to drop by over 6% this month. So this is good to NEO, because NEO, it is showing a very good growth regardless of maybe the decline from the NEV sales that we might see for the month of July coming out of China. NEO, it is growing in terms of course the deliveries they produce on a weekly basis, which is something that makes me to be really excited, because if the NEO is able to produce these kind of deliveries, or if NEO is able to produce the 4,700 NEV insurance registrations per week, it means that when the NEV sales recover, or the average NEV sales recover, NEO will be able to find themselves in a position where they can even do more in terms of sales. So I'm very excited, or when I read that report, not to say that I want the NEV insurance registrations or the NEV sales on a monthly basis to decline in China, but something that positive that I took is that NEO is producing the kind of numbers we are seeing this month, regardless of the decline that is expected in the NEV sales. I mean, you and me can definitely agree that this month of July we have been seeing NEO doing very well in terms of the NEV insurance registrations, and chances are NEO will find themselves, of course, is delivering around 20,000 vehicles, that if they push as much as they can this week and next week Monday, they will find themselves achieving the 20,000 delivery target, which will be so good, of course, to not only NEO but to us, the investors, because we've been patiently waiting for NEO to finally start delivering the 20,000 deliveries on a month-to-month, of which, if you are to get to see it coming from July, it will be a very good thing that us as the retail investor will be very excited. I think even the institutional investors, they will be very excited by the number, or by the 20,000 deliveries that NEO will be or would have produced for the month of July. Otherwise, before we forget, the house was, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video, and I would really appreciate if you can just hit the like button if you are enjoying the content that I'm giving you about NEO managing or being able to deliver as many vehicles as they can to go and achieve that almost 20,000 delivery target, which so many investors are expecting, regardless of the 6 or over 6% decline NEV sales that is expected to come this month or hit this month in China. So this to me was good news, and I believe that of course it is showing the strong growth that we are witnessing from the NEO stock. So if you're enjoying this kind of content, hit the like button, as it also takes some time for me to compile videos like this. Otherwise, if you've not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because on this channel, NEO is one of the stocks that I discuss a lot, because personally this is a stock that seriously dominates my stock market portfolio. I currently own almost 1,800 shares of NEO, so I'm very long and strong, though my average it's just below. I think my average is just over $23.80. So I know my average is still up there, and this is because NEO has been that stock that I've been discussing it for the longest time on this channel. I've bought NEO when it was trading at $12 per stock back in 2020. I've bought NEO when it was trading at $45 per stock back in 2021. So I've been that kind of an investor who have been buying NIO throughout, which is why my average onto the NIO stock, it's still a bit high. But the good thing is that my average has been coming down, because whenever I get a chance, I load the boat, increase my holdings onto this NIO stock, because this is a company that I personally believe that it is a game changer in this fast growing EV industry. I believe in its fundamentals, its future prospects will propel it to flourish in this industry, because they are doing so many good things that the other EV companies are not even doing. So at least they are improving, and we are seeing a huge improvement in terms of their sales, which is something that, of course, it is a very good thing. So I would really like to see NIO, of course, continue improving with, of course, their NAV insurance registrations that we see on a weekly basis, so that at least before this year ends, they can get to 30,000 monthly deliveries. That is something that if we get to see that sometimes in Q4, then that will be lights out for this stock. I personally believe that that will seriously excite all the new investors, even those probably that have maybe don't want to hear anything about NIO. They will come back, I can tell you, on this stock and want to buy a couple of shares because of the sales or the deliveries that they will be seeing coming out from the NIO stock. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I'd just give you this quick updates which we just saw, especially with the report coming from the CPCA, which showed that they are expecting NAV sales to drop by over 6%, which is something that, of course, to know that they are expecting a decline and yet we are seeing NIO increasing or rising in terms of the deliveries, made me to be really excited, because it looks like then we can easily say that regardless maybe of the decline from the NAV sales, which is expected to come in China this month, which is something that shows that NIO has really improved in terms of deliveries. And those that were saying that NIO has no demand, it looks like the demand is now there, and I hope to see it continue. And I personally think that 2024 we are going to even see even much better numbers than we will see in 2023, because 2024 subsidies are starting or resuming once again, which will seriously bring a boost into these new energy vehicles. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market and investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment and subscribe. And also subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in the stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.